Hello, my friends. It's Katie Rubin, your friendly neighborhood modern mystic, energy healer, divine light channel. How the hell are ya? I hope you're doing great. Happy Monday. The sun is shining. The trees are green. There might be a hurricane coming. We'll see what happens. I've got your 3-card spread here for the week, and I like it. I like this one. I get to have preferences, and I like it. All right, so in the recent past, we have the lovely Golden Palace card, which has everything to do with abundance of all sorts. In the present moment, what? Is that the magical map shifter? It is, bitch. Let's see what that means. And the outcome card is the Strength card. 2 4s, the number of the angels. I like when 4s are showing up in my reality, excuse me, for me it's an angel number, so it means like angels are present, angels are supporting you, and also there's often an energy of sort of quickening, of having more energy to handle stuff. You're like, all right, we're getting stuff handled, we're doing stuff. That's the energy of the 4s. Okay, so the 23, the Golden Palace, this is your recent past. Let's see what's happening here. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. Remember, look how beautiful and abundant that freaking palace is. This is in your recent past position. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. Let's just read this. Self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Self-worth, we're talking about self-esteem, self-worth. You feeling like you have value isn't measured by what you have, how many boats and cars and how much cash is in your checking account, but from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. It's a nice idea. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. So to me, since this is in the recent past position, that says to me that either you've been working with issues of self-worth, abundance, and money in the recent past, or you've experienced an abundance of wealth and money and self-esteem and self-worth through all the other kinds of abundance in the recent past. So maybe you're working with those issues, or maybe you've actually experienced the positive outcome that the card talks about. In the present moment, here we have this magical map shifter. She's mysterious, you guys. Whenever she shows up in a read that I have for myself, it's always like, who is it? What is the magical map shifting influence? Is it a person? Is it a place? Is it a thing? Let's read about it. When the magical map shifter card arrives, it comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life to impact your personal growth. Perhaps you may meet a soulmate whose presence invites you to be the best you that you can be, or someone who leads you out of difficulty and into a place of safety or success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path today and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake and aware, and you'll recognize them for the important change agents they are. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. That's a large promise. The magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. I just love this card. Let's just reread the highlights. The magical map shifter comes with a mission to make you aware of the people who come into your life to impact your personal growth, make you the best you can be, or someone who leads you out of difficulty into a place of safety and success. Pay attention to those individuals who cross your path and cause you to reflect on your journey. Be awake and aware. They're important change agents. Your whole perspective about who you are and why you're here will shift. Magical map shifter always initiates you into a better version of yourself. I love it. So who in your reality, or what energies or what people, places, things are here to activate and initiate you into a higher version of yourself? And remember, sometimes it's the people who irritate and irk and poke you and trigger you the most who are the greatest teachers in our lives. They sure have been in my life, because you learn about your own reactions to them. You learn about who you are in response to them. You learn about boundaries. You learn about what you're willing to be with and what you're not willing to be with. You learn a lot. The outcome card is the Strength card. Let's look at it. So coming around the corner here in no short order, we have your true strength comes not from self-reliance alone, but from a sincere faith in a higher power. The strength to accomplish even the most daunting tasks is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. The Strength card indicates that your ideas are being tested and refined, and your relationships are being deepened. No matter what happens, nothing can move you off the course of evolution. As the potency of your connections becomes more obvious, you're able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have courage and dive in, for magic is in the process of finding a form to take. When you remember that real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and reliance on a higher power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. Isn't that nice? I love the Strength card. The Strength card is always like, you're strong, homie. You could do it. And also you don't have to do it alone, and you're not doing it alone. And in fact, the nature of consciousness and the universal flow is that in no moment are we ever actually doing anything alone. What I find often is the case in terms of spirituality and people's connection to the vast oneness of the all that is that we're always connected. We just don't, as humans with egos and walls on our hearts, get to experience our connection. Like, higher power's here, but we don't get to experience it unless we have a spiritual practice that allows us to feel connected. That being said, I will also say, as an energy healer, one thing I know for sure is that there are lots of energies that one can be carrying, holding, picking up, reacting to, that block you from being connected to spirit at all. So you can live a life where you're totally off the spiritual beam and the darkness has you and you're just running on ego or fear or just in a non-aligned kind of shitty way. That can be happening, but everything that keeps you out of alignment with source, aka out of the ability to have a connection and feel the connection and feel the support. Like, to me, spiritual connection is real. I really like the 12 steps saying, they say the spiritual life is not a theory, it has to be lived. The spiritual life is not a theory, it's not a concept, it's not a notion. It must be lived in the body. In my personal experience, I'm so grateful for my lived experience, my direct Gnostic communion with the divine. Because when I'm stressed or angry or triggered, I can close my eyes, expand my energy field, open my heart, receive the light, ask for help, and then my state of being is changed in the moment by the light of consciousness, or the divine, or God, or the universe, or love, or whatever you want to call it. The unifying web of the all that is. But one has to build said connection, and one has to maintain said connection. That's the whole point of having any kind of connection to the all that is. You got to build it and maintain it. It's not the point, it's the mechanics. In other words, when you have a relationship with a person or your dog, my dog is sitting right here. Let's look at her. Here she is. Oh, there's my dog. When you have a relationship with your dog, you don't just connect with your dog once and go like, I love you, and then that's it. And then the dog is on her own. You take her on walks, you love her, you cuddle her, you feed her her food, you give her her supplements, you take her to the vet, right? You continue to take care of and connect with her. And in that way, you build a relationship with her. That's how the relationship with spirit works. We have to connect with it and have a relationship to it and ask it for stuff and give it stuff. It's a relationship that happens through the energetic portal of your heart. So, anyhoozle, there's all that. And the bottom line is, your outcome card for this week is you have the strength, particularly when you integrate your spiritual connection and your surrender to the oneness of the all that is, your connection to the vast field of conscious awareness. You're going to be even stronger than you already are, home slice. Yeah. So I love you, and let's see what I have coming up for you. Highest Level Healing starts again this Friday. It's a 5-week online energy healing class. It's a group class. We meet Fridays from 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Plus, you get one private 50-minute healing session with yours truly, Papow, during the course of that 5 weeks. That starts this Friday, the 30th. So message me if you're curious about that class and we'll talk about getting you in there. Star Beings starts again next Tuesday. That's my mid-level to advanced energy healing class for folks who have a spiritual connection, know some stuff about magic and mystery, and want to deepen their alignment, clear anything in the way of your being able to manifest what your actual dharma is and your actual soul's purpose is. We're going to integrate your human design chart studies and understanding in highest level healing. And you can also choose to do that in Star Beings if you choose. I love you guys.